On WITY, I'm Randy Daniels. We are at Berkey's in Hoopeston. When I say we, I'm talking about myself and my good friend Russell Boer with WITY and the I&I Antique Tractor and Gas Engine Club. And Russell, you have Mr. Mark Steinball with you, the man in charge at Berkey's, and we are so lucky to be standing directly in front of the latest and greatest piece of equipment that everybody was talking about at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville. And we're lucky to have one right here at Berkey's today to take a look at and talk about.
Well, that's right. It's something that's not going to be available for about a year, I guess. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, it will be in the late fall of 2019. So it'll be a 2020 edition.
Right. That's what they kind of. It's just like cars or trucks. You know, there might be a 2020, but you might see it in 19. So.
Correct. It'll be the last quarter of 2019.
Right.
So.
But like I say, this is the latest and greatest, and it's got all the bells and whistles that nobody else has got. Is that right?
It's like the numero uno. It is the number one. So fortunately, we were able to get access to this from our good friends from Racine. You know how it is when people scratch each other's backs, and so we were able to sneak this down here, and we're glad to have it.
You know, if you got to pay that truck driver just a little extra to come to Hoopeston, sometimes that makes it all worthwhile, don't it?
It makes it all worthwhile. So we're going to be able to move this around to several of our open houses this spring. It's already been to one, and you know, if the weather's good enough for us to move them around, it's colder than Billy Hick out there, but you know, we can travel in the cold, just not the ice and the snow. So.
The salt and everything. You don't want to get salt and stuff over numero uno right here, do we?
You got her, but we can give her a quick bath, so everybody's kind of accustomed to doing those kind of things.
I know.
Now, there is some hidden things on this. The hood's covered. It can't be shown publicly just right now. There's been two guys with ropes that have tried to tie my wrists together today, and I've not let them do that. You know, they wanted to hide me, but the cab is all new, and it is spectacular.
Tell us a little bit about what's in the cab, just if you can, just divulge a little bit of information.
We can do that, and we can even sneak that camera up there if need be, but the first thing that I noticed when I climbed in the cab earlier was the interior color has changed just a little bit, and to me it's very pleasant, and I really like that part of it. But then again, the instrumentation has changed considerably, but at the same time, it's, you know, you can tell what it's doing and what it's trying to tell you, and instead of being black and white, it's got color screens. It is spectacular. And I'm not a very good speaker, but all the controls and even to turn on the radio is in a better location than it ever was before.
I guess that was my question. Are the controls kind of similar? Or if somebody gets this one now, they got to get used to, and it's going to be like, they'll get used to it right away probably, won't they?
It's very similar. Not really in a different location, and the operation of those buttons is fairly similar. There's a few upgrades, especially with hydraulic controls, PTO, that kind of thing. It's just a lot more user-friendly.
Well, and then like you said, the hydraulic controls, you think of some of the hydraulic capacity some of the implements take these days, you know, the planters and some of this stuff. It's amazing what those things have to have for capacity, isn't it?
It's nuts. I mean, I've been around a while, you've been around a while. It has changed dramatically, but our manufacturers have kept up with the technology, capacities. It's really nuts.
It is. You know, at I&I, we're going to give away an 856 Wheatland this year. It's a little bit different with the capacities that and what this thing's got. It's just day and night difference. It's amazing what's happened, you know, in 50 years, basically.
The best part of it, though, it's very similar, though, in all operations. They've changed, but it's, they've not reinvented the wheel.
You still put the drawbar pin in and hook up and go, don't you?
You're exactly right. So the thing that surprised me the most on this, I thought it might have a push button start button on it, but it is still a key. So I'd say that's one of their next challenges.
What kind of horsepower is this thing going to be? Are they going to have different horsepower ranges in about the same tractor here? Is that what this is going to be?
From what I've been told, it's going to be just about the same as it currently is today. So in the Magnum tractor, 340 engine horse currently is the biggest model. Will they make it bigger? I would say they might, but it won't be a lot bigger.
Right.
So, and if I said 340, I meant 380, but 380 is the current high horsepower. So, but nonetheless, it's unbelievable.
Oh, it is. I mean, you're talking about 380 horse. That used to be a great big four-wheel drive tractor, articulated four-wheel drive, and now we're, in front-wheel assist, and we got 500-600 horsepower four-wheel drives.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable how this industry has changed. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he had a 140 horsepower tractor that's a utility tractor, and when I got started in this business, that was the big tractor. So, I guess maybe I'm just getting a little older, but times have really changed.
They really have. Like you say, it's just amazing that 140 horse, that was a big tractor for most farms. And, back in the day, 100 horse, that was kind of all of a sudden that plateau got reached and, the sky's the limit yet, I guess.
It still is the limit. I mean, the biggest challenges they have on all the machinery that we sell today is being able to transport it. So like this tractor here, it's so tall, but it's kind of at its legal limit to go up and down the highway on a trailer.
Yeah.
Same way with the combine. Combines, we remove the wheels to haul them in some places. So we know where we can cheat, but nonetheless, they keep changing, but they do have their limits.
That's right. It is something. And they still put that in that same size package, like you say, because there's a limit, but yet we're still there, and yet they're getting the power to the ground. And, like you said, that combine, look at the horsepower rating on these combines, it's just unreal. And the amount of grain that goes through this stuff is just unreal.
It is unreal. When I got started in this business in the early 80s, a combine's capacity was somewhere around 2,000 bushel per hour. And today, that combine sitting right there is 4,500 bushel per hour. Well, that's a huge change.
Oh.
And there's two combines larger than this one, and it's bushels per hour that they're gauged on, and it's unreal.
Well, it is. Like I say, back in the day, a two-row corn picker, if you put 2,000 bushel at one side of the crib that day, you was tired that night. And now you could, like you say, you could do that in a half hour with that combine right there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And that's why gentlemen farm more acres,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
and because they have to be able to make everything balance out. And it is an unusual business that we're in. And the thing that's the greatest about it is we're helping in some way feed the world.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
It is. And, when you're saying feeding the world, here we are feeding people, just like we did 50 years ago. It's still the same kind of homely atmosphere. And here we are with this new equipment, but still the same home atmosphere. And, that kind of brings it all back too, having people, the customers, the loyal customers, and it's just really good to see everybody like that here again, isn't it?
It is, and I'm glad we're able to take this opportunity just to sit back just a little bit and, talk to customers that we don't see on a daily basis, and relaxed atmosphere. And we've got a few people around that can answer questions.
Yeah.
We brought in a few of our vendors, and it's a great day.
Yeah.
So,
Randy, you want to ask Mark any questions yet?
One thing before we let you go, Mark, I do want to talk about, and pardon me for reaching right in front of you here, Russell. We happen to be doing this during your annual Parts Day, which is going on for a little while.
Yeah, we started our parts days a week ago today, and it runs until the end of March. And one of the things that we try to do is we say that we would like this period of time of the year for our customers to buy any particular part for the least amount of money throughout the year. So today they have the opportunity for 10% off of parts. And our filters, which are manufactured by Fleet Guard, and Fleet Guard manufactures those for case, those are up to 25% off. And most of our tillage parts, here through these parts discount days, they're 20% off. So it's a great deal. We try to help our customers, and we give away a few prizes, some with extended discounts. If you buy so many dollars worth of parts today, we'll extend a discount on for a couple of months. So, come in and see us, and you don't have to do it today. It does run through the end of March.
It's one thing to be able to come to a place like Berkey's and see and purchase the latest, greatest equipment, but providing parts and service is really where it's at for Berkey's.
That's correct, and we also have some of our service technicians around, along with our service manager and our service writer, signing up for CMI inspections. I mean, this is the time of year we just try to keep our shop at full capacity, get some of those machines ready to go for the next season, and stop by, see us, give us a call. We'll fix you up with the best deal there is. And if you have us do the work on your machine, not only will you get 6 months of warranty on that part we install, we'll add another 6 months. So total year of warranty on parts installed in our shop.
Now, you can't beat that, Mark. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us here on WITY. Russell Boer, thank you for coming over, as always, and visiting with us and getting a chance to get up close to this big beast that has really caught your attention.
Yes, it has. Oh, everything here. I mean, they got the planters, they got everything going here, so it's just good to see everything just like old times, I guess.
How many Berkey's locations are there, Mark?
There's 16 locations along with an administrative office. So we say 17, but there's a few of us.
We happen to be standing at the one in Hoopston, Illinois. We invite you to stop in here or at any of the Berkey's locations, talk to them. Maybe you'll get a chance to see something like this, or certainly take advantage of their parts and service department. Again, that's Mark Steinbaugh in charge here at Hoopston. That's Russell Boer. I'm Randy Daniels. We hope you'll continue to be with us on WITY. Check in here on the website often. Keep listening to us at 99.5 FM at AM 980 and also on the web. We're streaming 24/7. For WITY again, for Mark, for Russell, I'm Randy Daniels.